Hello everyone and welcome back to your favourite Formula 1 show. Yes, Knowing Wheel returns episode 299 and we are back for the Monaco Grand Prix. Of course, I'm joined as always by my partner in crime. It is Jamie183. Talk to me, sir. How are we doing? It's been a while since we spoke.
Doing well. It feels like that's been a while, yeah, but F1 is back. It's very exciting. Since the last episode, the UK has had a heat wave and now it feels like winter again. So that's a bit of a shame, but...
Would you say it feels like winter?
It feels, where I am, it's about 10 degrees and raining all day today.
Oh, I suppose you live in the north, don't you?
Yeah, but last week was phenomenal. This week, not so much.
It was...
But it's been improved because I'm talking to Matthew, so...
Oh, thank you. Well, I was going to say you're one of my rays of sunshine in this world of darkness.
Right. Let's move on.
Jamie's just going to be blushing for the next half an hour now. And
I've got my Ferrari hat on. I'll be very quickly matching it.
I'm also wearing my Ferrari hat. This is a good sign. It's a very good sign. Of course, though, Jamie, we're back this weekend. Like we said, the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm already seeing all like the edits of Monaco on social media, and it does help hype up the event a lot. I seem to either be getting hype up for the Monaco Grand Prix or hype up for the New York Knicks over in the NBA. So I
can't contribute anything to the NBA.
Well, they won last night. They won their first game in the Eastern Conference Finals. So come on, the New York Knicks. I'm looking forward to it because the scene's going to be wild if they can do that.
I'm getting very hyped for the World Cup actually, but that's a different sport.
I feel like no one's hyped up for it. Like literally a couple of days ago, last 2-2 went to me. She went, "Is there a World Cup this year?" I mean, yeah, it starts in a week.
I've been watching like old England highlights from the previous few tournaments when we've actually been good.
Which tournaments was that?
2024 Euros, we got to the final. 22 World Cup, we were decent.
Did we get to the final? I don't feel like I remember. I remember the 2020 Euros. I feel like I remember nothing.
2024 Jude Bellingham scored an overhead kick.
I do remember
we beat
that.
Switzerland on penalties, and then Ollie Watkins scored against Netherlands in the semi in the last minute, and it was incredible. It was the best night of the whole year. And then that was apart from when Max won the title in 2024.
The best moment of the year was Hamilton winning at Silverstone.
That was pretty good, to be fair, as well. But yeah, 2018 World Cup as well. What a time to be alive! So I've been watching a lot of.
Is that the one where we lost to Iceland?
No. That was 16. We got to the semi and lost to Croatia, but no one thought we'd get far at all. And then Jesse Lingard and Dele Alli were just ballers all tournaments. So.
Fair enough. Are they in our team? Why are we talking about football? I don't care.
No, they're not in our team anymore.
Fair enough.
I think Jesse Lingard's playing in like Vietnam or something. It's a bit crazy.
Nice. I rate that. Fair play to him. Anyway, Jamie, let's talk about Monaco though. Obviously, the priority is still Formula 1. I'm sure you're going to be revealing your fantasy. Is there like a fantasy World Cup, like get fantasy Premier League?
There is. I actually don't play it.
Oh, go on. You got to get on it, and then we'll have knowing. What would it be? FWC, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't play Fantasy World Cup. I play FPL to make the Prem more interesting for me, but I love the World Cup, so I don't need to make it more interesting.
Fair enough. To be fair, actually, I say all this, I downplay it. I won't watch loads of it, but I will tune in to some of the World Cup games.
You're watching,
I don't care about the Premier League, but
You'll watch the England games.
Oh yeah, I'll watch some of the England games if I haven't got other stuff going on. But I will tune in a bit. Anyway, Jamie, we've rambled about football there for the first couple of minutes at least. Let's actually talk about some Formula 1. There are some intriguing changes ready for Monte Carlo this weekend. Some good, some admittedly not so good. So let's kind of go into those first of all. Obviously, the big one, which was kind of not really ever confirmed, but leaked last week, and then they kind of went, "Oh yeah, we're doing that." There's going to be no straight line mode in Monte Carlo, which seems. Yeah. I can't work out whether this is a bad idea or not.
I don't think it will make much difference at all, to be honest.
I don't think it will make a huge difference, but it could have potentially created a little bit more... I was going to say instability in the cars, which could be quite entertaining.
I think it would create some skill gap, genuinely, if you think about, like, when the opportunity... Did they have active aero around 130R in Japan?
No. It's closed before 130.
It closed automatically, didn't it?
Yeah.
But like,
you got to remember,
if you think
this is even more sensitive than DRS used to be.
Oh yeah, it's like probably more than double the effect of DRS because it's the front and the rear wing. I think it would have been interesting because you'd have had the braver drivers, I guess, like opening it in places. You know, Fernando Alonso would have been saying he's got a wife and kids at home, and he would have been opening it up like around the tunnel in Monaco.
You were never allowed to use it in the tunnel, though.
I guess. But yeah, I think it would have been fun, but it would have also been not particularly safe, because even up the hill to, like, from Saint Devote to Casino Square, I think the kinks in that straight would have been slightly challenging with Active Aero open.
Yeah, I mean, Hamilton spoke about this, didn't he, when he went for the move on Max in Montreal. I don't know whether you watched, like, the podium room after the Grand Prix, but he was literally saying to Max straight afterwards, he was like, when he pulled out of the toe at the last minute with the Active Aero, even then it was super sketchy. So obviously you can't run it into any kind of corner, which obviously bumps as well, like, you know, are a big thing around Monte Carlo. So, you know, you get over a bump at a slight angle, and obviously without the Active Aero, with the Active Aero enabled, it will just break free. So it's, a bit of a shame, but not a huge surprise. I think the other really, really intriguing one, though, is going to be less battery to use. You're limited now on where you're able to use the battery, or how much you're able to use the battery in certain places around the lap. So kind of maybe an element of strategy there has been lost, but I think ultimately this is a good move, because Monaco, you're so battery rich, you're just not going to be able to get through a lot of it unless you're really actively trying to, at no real gain.
Yeah.
It kind of means there's still battery strategy. I mean, let's be fair, Jamie. F1, I think, are hoping that maybe they can accidentally strike gold with this and make Monaco interesting. It's unlikely still, isn't it? The elephant in the room is it's still the Monaco Grand Prix.
Yeah, and qualifying will be great, but qualifying at Monaco is always somewhat entertaining anyway.
Especially as obviously they're not going to be energy starved in qualifying, so that all the drivers are saying, like, we'll actually be able to qualify as normal, which you need at Monaco. Imagine going down in towards like the swimming pool and things like that. That'd be
so depressing. But I think when we get to Grand Prix Sunday, there will not be a lot of changes from the grid order other than the strategy element. Are we still doing 2 stops this year? I think we are.
I don't believe we are.
Earlier in the year, I thought I saw something they were keeping that.
I'm basing this, and you're going to laugh at me now, I'm basing this completely on the F1 game. There is no forced 2 stop, and to be fair, with things like that, they're pretty good at... Like, they literally updated the no straight line zones immediately.
But this is EA Sports.
Eh?
It is EA Sports.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. When they confirmed there was no straight line mode in Monaco, it was immediately removed from the game.
Oh, they have scrapped it. It's gone. Well done, EA. Never doubted you.
You still ever play FIFA? We'll go back to football.
I don't really play anything. I play Rocket League.
You play Rocket League all the time.
I don't.
You're playing really Rocket League right now.
I might maybe. I wouldn't be. I concentrate quite hard playing Rocket League, so I wouldn't be talking this much.
I bet you stick your tongue out slightly when you play Rocket League. You just strike me as one of those guys.
I would not know. But no, Q3 is also 13 minutes long, which is a change, apparently.
Oh, interesting. I did not see that anywhere. That's quite interesting then. I'm surprised they'd make Q3 longer rather than Q1.
Q1's always the messy one at Monaco because it's obviously such a short track.
And with 2 more cars on the grid.
22 cars now.
Yeah.
Though, did they not make the quality sessions longer by a minute anyway this year?
Oh, yeah, they might have done. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you are right anyway, yeah. So that's... Yeah, it was just a slight turnaround, wasn't it?
The thing with Monaco, you've got to accept the race is not going to be a thriller at all, unless it's raining.
And even then, not normally anymore is it much of a thriller anyway.
No, but qualifying is always fantastic. And it is special. I think we're both a bit traditional in this, Matt, because I really like Monaco.
Yeah, I know we obviously kind of get a lot of newer fans to the sport. It's not going to rain at all. You kind of get a lot of newer fans to the sport. Like, oh, Monaco's really boring. And it is a lot about the history. It is a lot about kind of that unique challenge as well. That obviously is still... You know, at the end of the day, Monaco is still a track where if you make an error, it goes badly wrong. But as I constantly bang on about... There's too much data now. The cars are so drivable generally that it does tend to make Monaco a bit easier. But it does also, though, Jamie, still always leave a bit of intrigue about which car's going to work and which cars don't. Because it has, I feel like, more and more recently, as the gaps have shrunk in the sport generally. I know that obviously they've gone back up this year. But I'm trying to think more recently. 2023 is probably one of the only examples where it felt like the best car over the course of the entire season was still the car to have in Monaco.
Well, you're
I guess last
Alonso
year as well.
Should have got pole and win.
Well, everyone always says Alonso should have got pole. I was reading an article about this a couple of days ago when they talk about Max's magic final sector. Throughout most of the weekend, he'd been taking more time out of Alonso than he did in Sector 3 in that final run. It was actually one of, like, relative to Fernando, it was one of his worst Sector 3s.
It was just incredible that it's such a short sector and he managed to get 3/10 out of it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, absolutely still. But it was, when you look back through all the data from the weekend, Red Bull was, on average, about 4/10 quicker through there.
But even then, I still think in the race, Aston screwed the strategy up, didn't they? And
they could have won. They still had an opportunity to win. Stroll bottled that race for him because he said the intermediates weren't the one to go on when they absolutely were.
Yeah, so arguably even then, because if you think about engineers, they build a car that's going to work on the majority of racetracks for the season, which most racetracks are pretty similar, to be honest, especially in the modern era. And Monaco...
I think pretty similar is unfair, but they kind
Monaco's definitely the outlier, though.
Oh, Monaco is the most extreme of extremes that we get in the sport. Monaco and Monza.
Yeah, but even Monza is more similar to most racetracks than Monaco is.
Would you say so? It's more similar, but it's still quite extreme. I mean, it's basically Monaco and Monza you see teams bringing custom spec parts for.
Yeah. The steering rod for the Monaco Grand Prix alone, getting around the hairpin. So, yeah, it could throw up some surprises. And obviously Charles Leclerc is excellent at Monaco, and he always has been, apart from this curse that he finally...
At least over one lap.
Over one lap, and in a junior series, he definitely got horrendous luck for quite a few years. But, we'll see. He'll definitely be strong this weekend, though. He always is. He's been in the top 2 in qualifying the last, 5 years, hasn't he? Apart from 23.
Yeah, I think he was 3rd in 23, wasn't he? And then had a penalty anyway, which sent him down the order. But yeah, no, it has always been... Charles Leclerc, like I've said... I mean, Jamie and I were literally talking about this pre-show, because, again, another topic we'll talk about in a minute is obviously Leclerc's new long-term Ferrari contract. I honestly believe there's an argument to be made that he could be the second fastest qualifier of all time. Only behind Ayrton Senna, who, of course, was ridiculous at Monaco. He was basically
He's
a cheat
second
code.
on everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would throw Jim Clark in the mix, personally.
Jim Clark, I think, had obviously a very, very different style and obviously worked really well with the cars he was in. But I'm talking about outright wring the neck out of a car, which obviously Clark wouldn't do, because obviously it wasn't what you would do back then.
No. But yeah, Charles Leclerc is on the cusp of top 10 poles of all time. And then has fewer wins than both Piastri and Norris, which is quite amusing. So
Antonelli will probably overtake him this year, which is insane.
At the rate he's going, so will George Russell. But Russell's been in Mercedes a lot longer than
Russell's
Antonelli
been in the
has,
sport
obviously.
nearly as long as Leclerc. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
I mean,
he has got a new contract, which we'll come on to.
He has,
Again, no dates given. It just feels like Charles Leclerc, it will be at Ferrari until the end of time, to be honest.
Probably. What do you think will last longer? Leclerc's time at Ferrari or our time doing this show?
Probably Leclerc, to be honest. Which was, I know, a very quick answer.
Yeah, you're almost too adamant on that. You haven't got a special announcement at the end of the episode, do you?
No, not yet. No. Who knows? But Charles Leclerc will be at Ferrari. It feels like until his entire career, and he's 28, so that could be.
Is he only 28?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that
worrying.
could be another 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, but you said look at Fernando Alonso. He could still be in the sport almost 20 years from now.
Surely in 10 years' time, he won't be staying with Ferrari for his 1 win a year.
Yeah, that is wild to think about, because I think he is, if I'm not mistaken, this year. Let me just double check this. I'm pretty certain he's going to overtake Schumacher. Yeah, there you go. So Leclerc is only 3 starts away from how many Schumacher had with Ferrari already. Which is wild.
And that's the most ever.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess the inflation of races adds to that. But
absolutely. But even then,
Schumacher
when you think about it...
10 years, wasn't it?
Schumacher was there for 11 seasons all in.
96
Starting 96
to 06.
to the end of 06. Obviously, Leclerc's been there from 19.
Yeah, crazy.
It is wild. Yeah. Absolutely wild. And you think...
Well, will Charles Leclerc park it at Rascasse this year?
Possibly. I mean, who would be foolish enough to try and deliberately crash at Monaco during qualifying?
Well, Leclerc's done it. Perez has done it.
Did Leclerc deliberately crash? Because he kind of completely screwed himself over with that one.
He did. He wasn't very clever. The smarter thing to do would have been pull up at Rascasse and then blame the car or something, or like the steering angle.
That didn't really work for Schumacher. I'd say what you really want to do is kind of break into Upper Mirabeau, like 80 metres too late. That's the good one.
Actually, that's a good shout.
Which is still
just make sure you're
funnier.
Ahead of your teammate on the track.
Yeah, which is still even funnier whenever you see that clip coupled with Keke Rosberg's comments on Schumacher doing it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in the sport if you're going to play tricks like that.
At least Rosberg was slightly more clever.
Was he?
I'll give him that.
I still will never understand how on earth he got away with that. It was just the fact that Mercedes would easily lock the fronts everywhere anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And it looked much more like a mistake than what Schumacher did.
He broke Schumacher, 50 metres late. I mean, yeah, Schumacher's was bad.
He could have just driven off. He wasn't even against the wall.
No.
Yeah, anyway, we're referring to 2006, 2016.
It is 10 years
2021 in Leclerc's
22.
crash.
Oh, no, 21 for Leclerc, 23 for Checo. No, 22 for Checo.
No, 22 for Perez, yeah.
There you go. So it's 10 years since the last really
Nico
big
Rosberg.
controversy. Yeah. 2006,
when Hamilton said,
2016,
we're not friends.
2026.
No, it's 14, sorry. 16, Hamilton.
Oh, yeah, of course it was 14, wasn't it? Yeah.
14, and Ricciardo got pole in 16, and then
of course.
lost.
Yeah.
No, he won. No, he lost.
He did lose, yeah.
I'm getting confused.
You really are. That could be your quiz. What year did Ricciardo win the Monaco Grand Prix? And it's just 10 minutes of you being indecisive.
Yeah, 2018.
It certainly was.
My brain's as low on power as Ricciardo's engine was that day.
Yeah.
So
you're 160 horsepower down, are you?
Yeah.
Incredible. But yeah, I mean, this new Leclerc contract though, Jimmy, I want to talk about this a bit more because, like we said, obviously 176 starts with the team, 8 wins to his name. And a lot, it is there's kind of 2 sides to this, isn't there? Of course, on the one hand, you're like, we always talk about this. Ferrari are staggering for how often they can build a competitive car but not a championship-worthy car. Now, there's been a couple where maybe had things gone perfectly, you could argue that Leclerc could have won 22, but Red Bull still generally had the better car that year. It would have required a lot of magic from a driver that hadn't ever been in that
better
scenario.
Operating.
Yeah. But really, it's the only Ferrari car he's had that even you could even fathom the idea of a championship win could have been possible. Never mind should or would have been possible. So you're kind of there going, Ferrari always somehow build the second, third or fourth best car, which is kind of impressive when you never build the best car on the grid, considering the 3 other teams you're battling with have all done so in that time. But
that's true. Yeah.
On the other hand, where could Leclerc go? Like, realistically?
It's a good point because you think that I don't want to take it straight back to Max Verstappen, but
no, I think it's fair to.
If Verstappen said he's quitting Red Bull, everyone would make space for him. I think maybe not McLaren, but Mercedes and Ferrari. I think they'd be all over Max trying to get him in.
I'm not sure Ferrari would be.
I think they would.
I
think Max would go to Mercedes.
I don't feel Ferrari would like him as an image for the team.
I don't think they'd like Schumacher at the first, but they did eventually.
Yeah, but Schumacher basically moulded the team around him, and the Ferrari before them was completely busted.
Yeah. But the problem is for Leclerc is I don't think he's quite at Max's level of everyone is going to stop everything and try and sign him.
Yeah, you're not going to move mountains. I think a lot of teams aren't going to move mountains to try and sign Charles Leclerc. And especially, again, it is kind of that whole thing, of course, of Ferrari, we always talk about this. Ferrari has a pull that no other team has. You can't quite put your finger on it, but it's just a written rule. If you get the opportunity to drive for Ferrari in Formula 1, you take that opportunity. That's just what happens, isn't it? So Ferrari,
and you kind of ride the wave for as long as you can as well.
Exactly. Ferrari have always got an extra 10, 20% over any other team. And I mean this literally because they're Ferrari. It's just one of the unwritten rules of Formula 1.
Yeah, it is. It is. And if you think about the drivers who have left Ferrari over to be honest, the previous 20 years, you'd probably say they've all had their time at Ferrari, and it's been naturally time to go. You can't think of anyone really. I'm trying to think of
any driver in that time that has left Ferrari and had more success,
or even left Ferrari because they wanted to leave Ferrari. Everyone gets to a point where it's time to go,
yeah,
and everyone knows that. Because you think Massa had longer than he should have done. Alonso was absolutely worn down. So was Vettel.
Well, Vettel was kicked out.
I guess Sainz would be the only one who'd think he would have stayed longer if he could have.
Yeah, Sainz was in a very unlucky position.
Yeah, because Hamilton came on the market, and money comes first sometimes, and marketing is king for Ferrari occasionally. Even though I'd argue that Sainz would have had a better 2025 than Lewis Hamilton did at Ferrari.
Yeah, no, I think that's
26 is going quite well for Lewis.
Exactly, so. He's got more Ferrari-powered podiums now than Nico Hülkenberg.
He has.
So after you giving me that stat last year, I absolutely have that one back in your stupid face.
It is what is it? A kick Sauber versus what is it, coughing baby versus
atomic
nuclear bomb
versus coughing baby? Yeah.
So, yeah, Charles Leclerc. Anyway, it does make sense. He's obviously the darling of the Tifosi. What is it? El Predestinado, they call him in Italy.
It's such a good name, isn't it?
It is, but it implies he's predestined to win a title, which I don't know if he ever will.
Oh, like I said, depending on how long we're doing this podcast, if we're talking about Charles Leclerc's retirement and he hasn't won a championship, that will be absolutely insane. But we said,
even Charles Leclerc's departure from Ferrari, more so.
Yeah, if that somehow doesn't give anything huge, is insane.
20 years next year since Ferrari's last Drivers' World Championship.
Yeah, it is.
That's obviously Kimi Räikkönen.
Which, again, the longest gap before then was between, what was it,
79 and 2000.
Or 79 and 2000, wasn't it? Yeah.
Which is 21 years. So
there you go.
We look back at the 80s and 90s for Ferrari and how bad they were. We're arguably in the same position now. We are completely in the same position now. Again, Ferrari are constantly able to build a decent but not best car. There is a brilliant, I saw it, this is an Instagram reel moment, was some sad music playing, and it was just clips of Charles Leclerc on the timing tower in third behind a different team finishing 1-2. Yep. And it was Mercedes, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, Red Bull. All of them have had multiple 1-2s with Charles Leclerc in third. Mm-hmm. Yeah, insane. But like we said, though, of course, it's Mercedes are happy with their lineup unless they can get Max. There's rumours and talks here and there that apparently Mark Webber and Oscar Piastri aren't happy at McLaren if he's constantly being forced to a number 2. So apparently they're looking at basically trying to set up an option of if obviously Max goes from Red Bull, Oscar could immediately go into that number 1 role. But like we said, for Leclerc, the only kind of not even sensible move I could ever see happening is, say Audi took huge leaps and bounds forwards over the next couple of years and for whatever reason were willing to pay out of the nose for Leclerc of all people for whatever reason. That's kind of one of the only moves I can see him doing. Because this contract takes him through to 2031. He'll have been there then, at least to 2031 as far as we're aware. They haven't, as we said, he's clearly just got an open-ended contract with the team. But it was a multi-year extension from his original one that took him to 2029. That'll mean he'll have been there for what would be 12 years. That's longer than Hamilton was at Mercedes. It's probably going to be longer than Max will be at Red Bull, or at least very, very close. And you're talking about 6 World Championships, 4 World Championships, and plus 8 Grand Prix victories. Yeah, 8. I mean, he's going to be on more than 8 Grand Prix victories by 2031, isn't he? But would you have said at the end of 2024 he wouldn't have won again?
Sainz is still Ferrari's last F1 win.
We've only had like 30 races since then.
Yeah, but you think Ferrari literally went into the final race of 24 with an opportunity to win the Constructors, and they haven't won a race since.
And Carlos Sainz is still the most recent winner in Mexico. Yeah, I think Leclerc will win a race this year, to be honest. But that will take on to 9.
We'll get
maybe he'll be on double figures by the end of the season.
Maybe this is now just his thing. He's got to stay ahead of Antonelli in terms of wins.
Oh, good luck. He'll be a multi-champion by then.
Yeah, by the time who will get there first? Leclerc to 10 wins or Kimi to 10 world titles? That's the real question now.
Oh dear.
Jamie, we've got some special liveries this weekend. We've talked a lot about Leclerc and Ferrari. Ferrari have got a special suit which looks quite cool.
I haven't seen that, so I can't comment.
They've gone back to the all-white kind of retro look. Which I think looks quite cool.
We'll see that when Leclerc's car breaks down from the lead.
Exactly, yeah, when it's on fire. He's now going to walk back round to the pit lane. McLaren have got a special livery for their 1000th Grand Prix, and I tell you what, this has annoyed me this week. Because the amount of posts I've seen go, it's not McLaren's 1000th race, though, because Shanghai, so it's only their 999th race, because they didn't start in Shanghai. They didn't start at USA 2005, but people don't want to put the research in. And there was a double DNQ back at Monaco many, many years ago that people don't want to include, back in the 80s.
Exactly.
I've seen like this stat so many times that it's so annoying.
Was it? Or 400th, maybe? Alonso's not on 400 yet, is he?
Yeah, I think so.
He is, my word. It was whenever he got to that, and people are like, well, actually, he pulled out of this race and didn't start here and pulled out of... It's like, yeah, it's close enough. You've just got to pick one and celebrate. Who cares?
Exactly. So. Yeah, it's all well and good trying to... I mean, technically, you would make the argument for McLaren. It's probably like their 1,994th start, because they've actually got 2 cars that start each race.
Exactly. Well, apart from Oscar Piastri for most of this season. But, yeah, I think it's quite cool. I like the livery. McLaren have always done quite a nice livery in Monaco. Apart from when everyone, like, absolutely gushes about Ayrton Senna. I'm glad that's not happening this year yet. So... I know he's good, but come on. There was one year in particular when it felt like every car was a Senna tribute livery.
Do you mean the 30th anniversary of his death?
I mean, maybe, but where's the 15 Roland Ratzenberger liveries?
Can you not appreciate just for a second, Jamie, that Senna at Monaco was otherworldly?
Yeah, give me Graham Hill liveries. I'll take them.
Hang on a minute, Senna won more times at Monaco.
Yeah, because he raced more. Graham Hill won 5 in a row in cars that couldn't do 10 laps.
Did Senna do more Monaco Grand Prix? I don't think he did.
Well,
first entry 1958 Monaco Grand Prix, last entry 1975 Monaco Grand Prix.
Flippin' egg. It's like 18 years apart. What? He can't have entered all of them though, surely.
I think he did most of them in that time.
My word.
Yeah. He was still rocking up every year.
Graham Hill.
There you go. So take that back about Ayrton Senna, thank you, sir.
There were seasons where he literally only did Monaco, basically.
Pretty much. But that's what you do, as the ex-king of Monaco.
As Mr. Monaco, exactly.
I mean, again, we've talked about this before on the show. Ayrton Senna, though, his track record at Monaco was insane. Like, you could make a solid argument that he could have won every single race he ever did there, including... Oh, no, apart from 85.
Including in a Tyrrell.
Yeah, apart from the second year at Tolman, he could have won every race he ever took part in Monaco, which would be an insane
stat. He still crashed at Portier, though, didn't he?
He did still crash at Portier, absolutely. But then,
did you know?
He never lost a Monaco Grand Prix after that.
Fair. How many did he enter?
5 more? 6 more?
Mad. Have you been to Monaco recently? I know that's a very middle-class thing to say.
I've never been to Monaco in my life, which is...
yeah,
I think I think that's a very upper-class thing to say, is getting between upper and middle class. Have you been to Monaco recently? Of all the things you've ever said to me on this show, that might be the worst.
That might be. Did you know that they've built a hotel on the water at Portier, so you can no longer really see the sea?
It's been there for years.
Sorry?
Well, they've been developing it for years.
They've been developing it for years, but it's actually there now. It's open, and it's quite cool.
I assume you've got a YouTube review of it on your channel.
I don't, but I have been.
€30,000 Monaco hotel.
I went in August for very cheap because I got free accommodation. So,
what, to the hotel?
No, to my parents' house. Well, flat.
Hang on a minute, you just said cheap accommodation. Is that free?
Yeah, free accommodation. We got a bottle of wine, I think.
Wait, so hang on a minute. You've got a flat in Monaco?
No, they've got a flat in Cannes.
Ah, right, okay. This story is very quickly changing, Jamie.
Yeah, but Cannes only a 40-minute train ride from Monaco. It's sweet.
Fair enough. So are you going for the Grand Prix?
No.
Why not?
It's near impossible to enter Monaco on Grand Prix weekend.
Not if you've got a
especially
ticket.
without a ticket. Well, exactly. But yeah, I could be one of the. You remember on Top Gear when they went to Monaco and they all watched from the hill?
Yes.
I could technically get there, but then every other F1 fan in the world will be there. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I thought you really hyped up a story then, and then it kind of just fell apart very quickly. That was a shame.
I have run around Monaco though. That was fun.
Good
like
man.
Jenson Button.
Good man. We spoke about McLaren special livery, Jamie. Aston Martin apparently have got one as well.
They have. It's awful. Don't look at it. I mean, we won't see much of it in the Grand Prix because they're going to be on the back row. So,
what on earth is that?
Do you know what it's like a tribute to or a result of?
I assume it's a tribute to explosive diarrhea. Looking at the front of it,
possibly. I don't like it at all.
What are you going to tell me? What it's a tribute to?
No, I have no idea. I don't know.
I thought you were going to tell me.
No. I don't have a clue.
The livery traces the transformation of metals and minerals from the earth to high-performance engineering, from rock to racetrack. Shows how materials unearthed by Madden are transformed into are transformed into building blocks that help power our modern society. The bespoke Monaco livery features a colour-shifting iridescent finish created using a special wrap material. This effect is a livery that will visibly change colour as the MR26 makes its way around the iconic Monaco street circuit. I can't wait for that car not to start. I want both cars to not make it to the grid because that looks awful.
It does. If it changes colour, I'll give it some credit because that would be quite cool. But I don't want one that's like going to go from like, dark brown to dark orange. That'd be so dead. But if it's like all over the place, that'd be pretty sick.
What if it's just like
Mardin, by the
rainbow?
way, is a Saudi Arabian mining company, so it probably won't be a rainbow.
I doubt it'll be a rainbow.
But, yeah, it's basically a Saudi sponsorship, which sums up Aston Martin for the last 5 years, to be honest.
I assume there's something with Aramco. I would assume probably. They're like an Aramco subsidiary or something like that.
It's the largest mining company in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. It's part of the Public Investment Fund, so yes, it is. It is similar to Aramco.
Yeah. Everything in Saudi Arabia is part of the PIF.
That's true.
I bet Saudi Arabia have bought Saudi Arabia off of Saudi Arabia, so it's now all in PIF ownership.
Right, let's move on before we get too political. Have you got a quiz?
I have got you a quiz.
Great.
We're talking Charles Leclerc today, Jamie.
Okay, gosh.
Of course. Obviously, as we've spoke about a lot during the show, has just signed a new long-term deal with the Ferrari team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers, Jamie, have scored more wins for Ferrari than Charles Leclerc.
Oh, I thought you were going to say more wins than Leclerc has in his time at Ferrari.
No. 8 drivers have more Ferrari wins. Can you name me them?
So Leclerc's got 8 Ferrari wins.
If you get one wrong, of course, you're over.
I will start with Michael Schumacher.
Incorrect.
Really?
Michael Schumacher.
There you go. I was just saying it like Fred Vasseur says it. So
it's so funny.
There you go.
That's still, I think, the best ever video on the F1 YouTube channel. Either that or Seb
is.
naming every world champion.
Possibly. I'm going to do second place is Niki Lauda.
Correct.
I believe. He must have got more than 8. He almost won a title. Sebastian Vettel.
Correct. Third on the all-time win list for Ferrari.
Wow.
Which is actually wild when you think about it, considering everyone talks about how Seb's Ferrari time is a complete failure.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? I'll say 8 race wins. That's really a low bar, but it's like Ferrari. So
again, everybody wins like 4 races at Ferrari. Lewis will have 4 wins by the end of the year. I believe.
He really won't. I will say Kimi Raikkonen.
Kimi Raikkonen, 10 wins.
Good. Now let me work this out. I am gonna say Felipe Massa.
Felipe Massa, 11 wins.
11 wins. Good. How many more?
3 more, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna take it back to Rubens Barrichello.
Correct. 9 wins.
Nice. 2 more. They're probably old now. But like Ferrari World Champions, I will say this could be wrong. I'm just going to say it anyway. I will go for Jody Scheckter.
Jody Scheckter 3.
Oh gosh, he won a title. How do you get 3 wins?
It's just what happened. You go to Ferrari, win 3 races, win a title with it, go down in history, and then never win ever again.
How?
You're going to hate yourself for the 2 you didn't get.
Oh, not Carlos Sainz.
Not Carlos Sainz, no. He only got, 4? 3
Fernando
wins,
Alonso.
Fernando Alonso.
Obviously.
11 wins, tied with Felipe Massa. And Jamie, I can't believe you forgot this one. 7 race victories in a row. Italian Formula 1 World Champion with Ferrari.
Ascari.
Alberto Ascari.
Flipping heck, fair play. I just thought anyone pre-50s didn't have enough races to get 8 wins.
13 wins for Alberto Ascari.
Got 3 race wins
and then
in 1979, won the title. Following season at Ferrari, got 2 points. And then
to be fair, the Ferrari in 80 was terrible, if I remember correctly. Well, it was one of the worst fall-offs of all time. Because of the ground effect era that Ferrari just didn't adapt.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm quite happy with that. Obviously, I should have got Ascari and Alonso, but
I honestly thought you should have got all of those. I tried to make that quiz nice and easy for you. But apparently not. It is kind of insane, though, as well. Schumacher, 72 wins with Ferrari, and then 15 for Niki Lauda.
Mad, isn't it? What always amazes me is that Schumacher, at the time of his championships, he equalled Senna's record. Sorry, Prost's record for the most race wins. He equalled that in 2001.
Yep.
And then had 3 more years of dominating.
Had 2 of the most dominant seasons of all time after that.
Like, he was so far ahead of everyone at the time in terms of records.
Fun fact, Alain Prost, 5 wins for Ferrari, never got a pole.
Wow. Well, he's French, so not Polish, so that makes sense.
Fair, okay.
Yeah, there you go. What haven't we done? Predictions. Yes, I am losing.
You are. What are the scores on the doors coming into this weekend?
22 to 14.
Oh, you are getting
perfect weekend, and for you to get nothing.
Yep, and you could tie it up.
Yes, so I get to go first. There's no sprints, so just 8 points on offer.
When are we going to get a Monaco sprint, Jamie? How long will it be?
Never. I really hope.
I would honestly rather we get just 2 Monaco qualifyings and no race.
Yeah. I'm going to say Charles Leclerc on pole.
Oh, okay, I like it.
Charles Leclerc race win.
Oh, that's a shame.
I will say Lando Norris in second. He's usually pretty good around Monaco. And George Russell. Okay. So no podium for our championship leader, because Antonelli was trash here last year.
He was pretty bad here last year, yeah. Interestingly, Jamie, you've just said there about Leclerc winning at Monaco. Can you name for me the only Grand Prix Leclerc's won twice?
It's not Monaco. Is it Baku?
No.
No. Has he even won Baku? He got random poles there. Is it Kota?
No.
USA? No. Australia?
No.
Oh gosh, I'm just going through them now.
Yeah.
Bahrain?
No.
What? It's not Hungary.
No.
No, I can't name it quite clearly.
Monza.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Wild, isn't it?
I forget about the 2019 wins. Just seemed like a fever dream at this point.
But the 2019 win was huge, and the 2024 win was just so unlikely and kind of random. Ferrari actually made a good strategy call for once, which was insane.
They did.
Can you just put your predictions in, because you've locked those in? I honestly really wanted to go with Leclerc for this weekend.
Go Lewis Hamilton.
I'm really stupid.
Short wheelbase. Ferrari.
Everybody who's saying that this Ferrari should be really good here, which is a sign that they should mess this up. I want to say Hamilton, but I'm not. And I hate myself for this. And
no faith in your driver.
I really want to see him win. I'm going to say, though, Oscar Piastri on pole.
Wow.
Oscar Piastri, race win.
Wow.
I'm going to say Leclerc P2. And I'm going to say...
Max Verstappen?
No, I'm not a fool. You know what? I'm going to say Hamilton P3. I can have a bit of faith in my man.
Ferrari double podium.
Ferrari double podium.
There we go.
I love it.
I want to shout. I thought about this pre-show. I'm going to make a random prediction that is going to come true.
Okay.
Sergio Perez gets a point.
Wow, that would be impressive.
Because he's always been class at Monaco, even if he does deliberately crash.
You know what, Jamie? If that comes true, I will give you an extra point on the predictions. If it doesn't there's got to be a downside to this as well. If it doesn't come true, you lose a point.
No.
You need the points, sir. You need to take the gamble.
How about you get a point?
Well, if he doesn't score.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
fine.
Oh no, I think you've got to make a random, as unlikely a prediction. You can't say, "Oh, Ocon's going to get a point." That'd be so dead.
I mean, Haas are normally pretty terrible at Monaco. Here's a fun one, Jamie. Do you know Lance Stroll has only ever not been lapped at Monaco once in his F1 career?
Wow. Say Stroll will get a point. I'll let you have that.
I was going to say Alonso.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, well, there you go then. So your wild prediction is is Perez score, and I'm going to say Alonso.
It could happen. But if Alonso retired at China because of vibration, there's zero chance he's finishing.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking that it's not a power track and it's Adrian Newey designed.
True. Best chassis on the grid.
Yeah, I doubt
Honda
that.
days.
I doubt that. Have we got anything else to add though, Jamie? I think we've gone through everything we needed to.
I think we've done it, yeah.
Wonderful. Let us know your thoughts and feelings, your predictions, ready for the Monaco Grand Prix, down in the comments below. Thank you, as always, so much for listening. And yeah, we'll be back Monday, Jamie?
Should be. Yeah.
Monday. Back to review the Monaco Grand Prix.